Let's take a look. Shout out to Art of the Dialogue. Mark Hicks, a marketer for Shady Records and former manager of D12, claims that he saw a show that was undersold where Biggie assaulted a fan who asked if he shot Tupac. Very disrespectful. I think him saying the part about it being undersold is like, it was unnecessary to add that aspect to it unless you wanted to get clicks and, go viral. Mark Hicks, shout out to you. I don't know who you are. I'm going to be respectful because I don't know who you are, and, I'm going to keep it at that. But let's see what
You talking
happened.
about Biggie had...
God damn, this shit is premeditated. There we go.
You talking about Biggie had the #1 record in Detroit and in the country, and he comes to a show. It was like 50 people there, right? I was taking him around during the early because I was an official employee of Bad Boy. He comes in and Biggie looks so depressed, and he doing this show and he like giving it half-hearted, right? Somebody yells, say, "Did you shoot Tupac?" And Biggie like, "Oh, wait right there." We backstage. Anybody could get backstage. There's only 50 people. Everybody that gave up. The promoter like and probably ran off. So this kid has have the balls to come up to Biggie. And he thought Biggie was really saying it in just like, "I got something for you." The kid comes say, "Yeah, did you shoot Tupac?" Man, Biggie is a big fella. That guy turned into Mike Tyson. He was like, he whooped that kid's ass.
Oh
I mean,
my
this was
God.
back. He whooped his ass. And I remember Faith, she was back there and she just like, "Oh, Biggie doing his thing." She backed away. And I mean, it wasn't no Junior Mafia. Biggie whooped this kid ass. And this is folklore, and people, those who know, Biggie whooped this kid's ass like for 20. I mean, I never seen, and I'm a big guy, but Biggie was so agile whipping this guy's ass. And I'm like, and he whipped him and he threw him out. Biggie, like, he was a bouncer too. He threw the guy out the back door.
I'm not gonna lie, this story sounds a little capish. I'm not saying it's not true. Mark Hicks, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? He said this was early on in Big career. There was no Junior Mafia at the time, so maybe it's possible. Biggie wasn't always Biggie. Tupac wasn't always Tupac. The artist that we love wasn't always the artist that we love. They had to build it up to get to that place. So it's possible. He said he was working for Bad Boy at the time. Let's do some research. Mark Hicks, Bad Boy. Let's see if he's telling the truth. He said he worked for Bad Boy. Mark Hicks. Not the right guy. Mark Hicks, Shady Records, because that's who he's attached to now. And all I see is the clip we just watched, a Facebook clip, nothing else, bro. Literally, I've never seen Google end their results this short. So I'm taking this with a grain of salt. Whether he's telling the truth or not, I'm just going to be like, the fact that we can't... Oh, whoops, Hicks. It's supposed to be an S at the end. Maybe that's my bad. Let me give him some... All right, a little bit more, but it's the same video. Let's play it one more time and we're going to talk. We're going to talk about why I don't believe this is true.
You talking about Biggie had the #1 record in Detroit and in the country, and he comes to a show. It was like 50 people there, right?
#1 record in the country. What record could that be? Maybe it was Juicy. Early on in the years of Juicy. Speculating. He didn't say what record it was. This is just a clip. We don't know what the full context of this interview was. Let's keep going.
I was taking him around during the early because I was an official employee of Bad Boy.
I was an official employee of Bad Boy. Okay. I couldn't find it, and I'm not saying you weren't, because maybe it just don't exist on the internet. Some things don't exist on the internet, and it's possible.
He comes in and Biggie looks so depressed.
Already, bro is like, nigga, are you lying to me? Are you on my podcast lying, bro? Bro, are you lying? Or is this truthful? You capping? Or is this the truth? I hope it's the truth.
And he doing this show and he like giving it half-hearted, right? Somebody yells, say, "Did you shoot Tupac?" And Biggie like, "Oh, wait right there." We backstage. Anybody could get backstage. There's only 50 people. Everybody that gave...
let's stop right there. Anybody can get backstage. There's only 50 people. Early on, I'm not gonna lie, it's possible. Because early on in entertainment and hip hop and music, it probably was a free for all like that. You could just walk backstage. Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't around, so I don't know. But I'm gonna assume, because I've seen how things has transitioned to get, more security, more whatever it is. There's structure involved. Early on, it might not have been that way. Who knows? I'm going to call cap on this, though, because it's like, even if it's 50, the amount of people being there don't mean you just have access to backstage. I've been to shows where there's a minimal amount of people in the crowd, but it didn't mean that, hey, fuck it, there's only 40 of us here, we going backstage. No.
Gave up the promoter, and probably ran off. So this kid has have the balls to come up to Biggie, and he thought Biggie was really saying it in just like, I got something for you. The kid comes say, yeah, did you shoot Tupac? Man, Biggie is a big fella. That guy turned into Mike Tyson. He was like, he whooped that kid's ass.
Oh
I mean,
my
this was
God.
bad. He whooped his ass.
I hope Biggie wasn't like an adult at this time, and by an adult I mean 18 over. It sounded like he was. He got the #1 record in Detroit and apparently the country. It had to be something from Ready to Die. It's almost, it had to be. And he was an adult at the time. He was very young still, but he was an adult. He shouldn't have been whooping on no kid if this is a legit kid, like 18 under. Under 18.
Remember Faith, she was back there and she just like, oh, Biggie doing his thing. She backed away. And I mean, it wasn't no Junior Mafia. Biggie whooped this kid ass. And this is folklore, and people, those who know, Biggie whooped this kid's ass for 20. I mean, I never seen, and I'm a big guy, but Biggie was so agile whooping this guy's ass. And I'm like, and he whipped him and he threw him out. Biggie, like, he was a bouncer too. He threw the guy out the back door.
Hey, I mean, it's hard to believe this story because I can't corroborate who this gentleman is, but I'm not going to say he's a liar. And it's all good. Shout out to him.